we're gonna get in here and take care of these guys right now. Oh, are you peeing on me? Hank, it's in my mouth. Fuck. You got it. Good girl. All right. All right, let's take care of some monkeys. All right. Great. Boom.
I came from the mud. There's dirt on my hands. Strong like a tree. There's roots where I stand. Oh, I've been running from the law. Hope they won't shoot me down soon. They sing on a sleepless night. Try to catch me howling at the moon.
What are you doing? What you doing? Come here. Come here, big boy. Come here, big boy. Oh, yes. You miss me? You miss me? You miss me? Oh, all right. So we're here at my buddy's place on the West Coast, who's been helping me out with the homies. Romeo, yes, and Juliet, yes. So, because we don't have a lockout and Romeo will kill anybody that walks in the cage, I gotta come here like 2-3 times a week. It's 2.5 hours from my house. So think about that. 2.5 hours here, 2.5 hours back, and we do that 2 to 3 times a week so that I can take care of these guys. They can feed them. They feed them outside the cage, which is easy. They just gotta dump the food in the bowl. But as far as cleaning and all that stuff, that's all me right here. So I gotta come 2-3 times a week, and it also helps me to keep the relationship with these guys because, as I'm going to explain when I get in there, a little bit about their social structure and what's been going on with my little mama. You could get your penis out of my ear, that'd be great. All right, so we're gonna clean these. I know, I'm happy to see you too. Hello, boy. What's up, boys? What's up, boys? Hi, mama. Hi, hi. What are you guys doing? What are you doing? What you doing? What you doing? What you doing? All right, so I got my little buddy up here. He's gonna be my helper. Usually the female's on me 24/7 too. So I'm getting a little bit worried about her. She's doing well. When she came over here, remember, it wasn't the situation that we wanted. These monkeys were supposed to stay where they were for their entire lives. So they're used to seeing people that they see on a daily basis, me being one of those biggest things, and these are very social animals. So my biggest worry right now is he's a big dumb goofball, so he kind of accepts whatever comes his way, and he's just happy to see me whenever he gets a chance to see me. Thank you for that input back there. So he's happy to see me whenever he gets a chance. With her, she's the same. Thank you again. She's the same way, but the whole deal is, I think, because when she came here, she was pregnant, she lost that baby, which was absolutely miserable and stressful, and now I think she's just, thank you, a bit depressed. And that's the only thing that worries me. Other than that, they're doing okay, but we're trying, thank you again, we're trying to work as quickly as possible to get them back home. Now with these guys in Florida right now, surprisingly, we're getting some cold fronts that are going down to the 30s. Thanks again. And in Java, where these guys come from, this specific locale of macaque, which is a crab-eating macaque, but it's a, thanks again, it's a Java macaque because of the locality that it comes from. Java is an island somewhere, I believe, off the coast of Indonesia somewhere. Is it? Is that correct? I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that one. The chicken probably knows better than I do, Rooster. So, over, you're gonna do this to me all day? You got nowhere else to hang out? There's like 10 acres here, bro. I can see you, bro. Check this thing out.
They're laughing the crap out of you right now.
Look at this. Good. You guys got nowhere else to be, bro? There's a peanut gallery in the back, dude. You know, I've done a lot of live shows in my day, and I've had some hecklers. Never have I done something on a camera and had hecklers in the background, so it's new for me. But anyway, back to what I was saying. These guys come from Java. I believe it's an island off of the coast of Indonesia or somewhere around there. Don't quote me on the exact geographical placement of that, but I do know, as far as it goes, their temps never really drop below 70 degrees. And in Florida, we really don't get winters either. I mean, right now it is winter time. You see, I'm not, you know, I got some long pants on, but that's more for the bugs out here than it is for the cold. But it is getting into the 30s. So we want to get these guys as close to what their natural environment would be. So we heat them up at night. We try and keep them in the 70s. They are born here in Florida, so they're somewhat acclimated to living in Florida because they were born and raised here, but we still pay attention to what happens in the wild. And that's what I try and tell everybody out there, for any species of animal you got, is to do the proper research. And that doesn't mean go on Google, find the first thing that you can find that has facts about these animals, because remember guys, the internet is the internet. Anybody can post on the internet. Just because you find information on the internet doesn't make the information correct. So I try and fact check everything I research, and then I use that for the captive care side of it, and then I'll go into what happens in their natural environment, what they're eating, what they're doing, their behaviors, their social structure, and I'll try and put that together to get a good captive formula for keeping these guys in captivity and keeping them happy and healthy. So my biggest thing right now is obviously to clean up their mess because they destroy everything. Then we're gonna get some heat on these guys because it's gonna get cold for the next couple of days, and then we're going to be working with the state and with a few other people to try and get some things taken care of so I can get these guys back home with me. Not that I don't trust the situation over here. I love my buddies over here. They do a lot of work and they've helped me out tremendously, but I want my homies home with me. That's the biggest goal, because as you can see, where the hell did you go? As you can see, the little girl up here, who usually is just like him, never leaves my side. She's been a little bit depressed, so she's been more on the side of things where she's kind of sticking to herself. She's a little bit thinner than I want her to be. She's eating well. Part of that is losing the baby, so I think she may have some depression from that, as well as just not seeing her people like she usually does. Come here. Come on, mama. Come on. You gonna come down and see me? Come on. Yeah, come here. Come on. Come on. Can you come see me? What you doing, mamas? So, on top of their normal health aspect of things, exterior and interior, we also worry about the mental well-being of the primates especially. And the primates, to me, are the most involved species of any exotic wildlife because of the social structure, because of the intelligence level. They're very calculated. The thought processes are much like ours. They have emotions like nobody's business. So they can get depressed the same as humans can. And they can get so depressed that it will start to affect their actual physical health, and they can go downhill very quickly. So we're watching her very closely, and I've been visiting more and more and more, even though it's very difficult to do so. But now that we got all those reptiles out of the house, I can come here a lot more often until we get you back home. And then hopefully she'll pop out of her little funk. She's doing okay, like I said, but you know, I'd like to see a little bit more action from her. And then usually she's like him, where if I'm in here, she does not leave my side. But you're gonna be okay, mamas. You a good girl? You're a good girl? I'm gonna clean the rest of your cage, okay? All right, so I'm gonna finish cleaning up this cage. We'll get back to you guys in a second. When this thing is all cleaned up, we'll say goodbye to these guys. And then we're gonna move on to the next thing, but that's for another episode. So we'll finish this up and I'll get back to you guys in a second. Bill. Come here. Hey. Come here, big girl. Come on. Come here. You okay? You good? You good? Huh? You're gonna be okay. We'll come get you some. Okay. Yeah, sure. Alright. So I'm gonna get these guys emptied out, throw some heat on them. Then we got some other things to take care of here, and then I'm gonna come spend a little bit more time with these guys after we're done. And then we're out. And that's how you take care of some macaques. Oh, poor lady. I'm coming back soon, I promise. Oh, this is the shittiest part of this whole thing. Just watching her that depressed. It's okay, mamas. Go ahead. Come on. Alright, now you, special guy. You're gonna have to get off me, bud. Alright, that's it for the macaques, ladies and gentlemen. That's your update. They're doing just fine. Got a little depression scare with her, but she's okay. I get updates every single day over here, and I'm here now that the snakes are gone. I'll be here a lot more often, and we're going to be working with the state, like I said, to take care of the rest of that stuff. So hopefully all of this will be resolved soon, and then I'll have my homies back home because I miss them and they miss me. I know. Yes, you do. Alright, dudes, dudettes. So we're over here at Krista Barker's house. Got it right that time. I got her son behind the camera. That's my buddy that's been doing all the editing. Thank him. And this is his facility, him and his mom. And his dad over there, who's always working. The guy's always working. I'm sure if we peek the corner here, he's probably still, yeah, he's still working. And he will be all night long. The guy never stops. He's the one that put together all of this. So they own Treetop Exotics. You guys can check them out on Instagram. We always throw the link down below. So if you look at the editor, you can go visit his Instagram. If you guys want to check these guys out, they are available. They're available for encounters. So they do the same thing that I do, basically education. You can do encounters with these guys, and they also have a massive population of mostly primates, but they have foxes and a bunch of other odds and ends as well. A lot of this stuff was rescued. So certain situations that we'll get into in the future, because we're going to do some episodes with like a real tour over here at Treetop Exotics, but we'll go through until we get to my homies. So we got a bunch of little foxes, and my favorite part about this place is that the way that Tim, that's the Jad, that's the man of the hour, the way he set up all these enclosures is actually phenomenal. It's some of the best enclosures I've seen for a private facility. This is exactly how the stuff we want on our property. We want all this kind of stuff on our property. So we're building to get something that matches similar to what they got going on here, but we're going to show you what they have that they've been holding for me. So if I am quietly, this is old Lionel Richie. I'm kidding. It's Linus and Rudy, right? Or Roofy?
Yep, Rudy.
Rudy. Don't roofie anybody. We're not doing Bill Cosby. So a lot of these guys, like I said, are rescue primates, and they set these guys up phenomenally, and they're doing absolutely wonderful. So I couldn't be more thankful that these guys were able to help me out in a time of need. So again, they took my Squirrel Monkeys, my Tamarins, and my Ruffed Lemurs. Now we were going to move all of this stuff back to the house as quickly as possible, so this was supposed to be like a 2-week thing. We're like 4 months into this now, and the reason why is because Big Mama over here is pregnant, and that's what I want to show you guys. So we're gonna visit. There's Lacey. What's up, Mama? What's up, Mama? And then we got some capuchins over here, and again, this is just a teaser because we're gonna show you all of this stuff later on with Krista. We'll make Brian get out of the camera, and he's gonna get on camera. We'll show you all these guys. And this is really cool too. I'll show you guys this before we hop over to my buddies. So this enclosure, the way they set these guys up, this is an actual lockout enclosure. So this was a rescue, and that's his son. So the son's, he's a good boy. Yes, I see. Yes, I see. Yes, he's a good boy. He's a good boy. And Dad's not too bad, but he will kick your ass. So for that reason, they have a little shift door. So if they need to separate to get little man out here, yes, I know, I see you, I see you. If they want to get little man out, they can shift him over. They don't have to have a little tiny box for a lockout. So all their lockouts are giant enclosures, essentially, which is my favorite part. Now, off to the home. What are you doing, dudes? What are you doing, munchkins? Munchkins! Oh, I miss you, I miss you. What you doing? What you doing? So you guys remember Maui and Moana. You guys have seen them on a couple of my episodes. You've seen them on Chandler's channel. I don't think Tyler did anything with these guys, but they've been around. You guys have seen them. So these are my absolute, I hate to pick favorites, but they are my favorite. Now, I raised these guys, and mom over here is, yeah, dad, mom. So Maui, Moana. Mom over here is pregnant. So they're usually very sweet, and she's gonna be sweet when I get in there. But what's gonna happen is as soon as I go upstairs to mess with that nest box, because I'm gonna try and put his up on top with hers with the heater, she's probably gonna kick my ass. And the reason for that is not because she's aggressive, but because she is pregnant. And that's the reason why we haven't moved them from here over to the house yet. And Krista was nice enough to allow me to keep them in an enclosure that doesn't belong to them. But since she was pregnant, we were too afraid to move her because we don't want to stress her out. So what happened with the homies that you just saw, the macaques over on the West Coast, when we moved those, because of the situation, and because it was not a good situation, we were forced into moving them, and my female was pregnant and she lost that baby. So because it was only one baby, she was able to make it through. Still extremely dangerous, and it was stressful for like 2 months. She's doing fine now. But if we were to do the same thing with these guys, and she's stressed out because she has multiples, they can have up to 6, and she had 4 her first go around, so she's probably gonna have up to 3 or 4 on this go around. So if she lost those babies, she would most certainly die. There's too many babies in there to be able to have a miscarriage like that and survive it. So we were too nervous to move them, and Krista was nice enough to let them stay here until she has those babies. So I'm gonna hop in here. Do you know which key it is? Sweet. All right, dude. We're 10 keys down. We only have 220 more to go. They are all the same keys. So it's, I think Krista does it for enrichment for us at this point. And that's not it. All right, let me go to the next one here. Don't worry, guys. We got all day. It's not getting dark or anything like that. Best part is when it gets darker, these guys get a little bit more sketchy. Yeah, right. Yep, not that one. All right, I only got 200 more to go. Keep it rolling here.
Hold on, show the keys.
Winning shot here. Got it. Bing. Yeah. That's how you should keep your keys, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, it's like a puzzle every day.
Unlabeled too.
All right, so you can see Bianca here. She's part of Treetop Exotics too. So yes, with no S. There you go.
I'm so proud of you.
And you can see extremely friendly. They're really good. They're very sweet. But you're gonna watch. As soon as I get in here, they're gonna be fine at first. And then once I reach up to her shit, she's gonna start to get aggro. And I'm gonna show you guys the way that I deal with that. It's not the way that I would recommend everybody deal with it. Everybody deals with things a little bit differently. For me, what I like to do is ignore the behavior. So she's gonna come over and she'll probably whack me in the hands a couple of times. She doesn't do it viciously. She's never really opened me up. But when she has those babies, him and her both get extremely protective. He won't get protective until the babies are out. Once the babies are out, even, you already did it? You're already starting that shit? Once the babies are out, he will join in on the bullshit and he'll start the attack too. And that'll last until you get the babies out. After about 2 weeks, we'll go ahead and pull those out. And the first time I did it, I thought she was gonna be really upset. She was actually extremely relieved, and it switched their behavior immediately. So last year I had to go through getting my ass kicked for about 2-3 weeks. And I left with holes every single day. Yep, I'm cleaning up shit with my hands.
Bare hands.
Yep,
with
yep.
lemur pancake batter poops.
Yeah, they don't have like solid poops. A lot of people freak out with the Ruffs because they think there's something wrong with them. It's just how they shit. Not sure why. They are like 90% frugivores, but they do eat pretty much the same diet that we feed most of the other primates, which is fruits, vegetables, and their monkey crunch, which we get from Missouri, which is a full and complete balanced diet for the primates. And these guys are from Madagascar. They are critically endangered. They are extremely beautiful. I don't know if I would consider them a pet per se, but I am not the one to tell somebody not to get something that I would get myself. So if you have the time, energy, and you do like I do, where 24 hours a day is just animals, it's perfectly fine. They're actually pretty good as far as the spectrum of disposition. So the ring-tail lemurs get a little bit more aggro. I compare them like dogs and cats. The ringtails more want to come to you on their terms, like a cat would, and these guys are more like dogs, where they kind of want to be all over you and you can snuggle them and all that stuff. Like this guy, I can snuggle up pretty good. Her, I only raised for 6 months in the house. He slept in my bed for 1.5 years. Let me get some of the shit off my hands so I don't rub it on them. Yeah, here we go. That's good. Come here, boy. What you doing, boys? What you doing? What you doing, boys? What you doing, boys? Don't beat him up. Why you gotta beat him up every time? Why you gotta do that shit? Get up, get out of here. Get. All right, so she's gonna start. Watch. Let me switch the water bowl first. Dun, dun, dun. There it is. What? Come here. Hey. Hey. Come on. Come on. So it's only hands. Seems to be only hands. Come on. Come here, Mom. So she won't mess with me, but watch this. So I want to fix her box and put it, we have a heater right underneath the box. And I want to shift it. Alright, you guys want me to sleep in? Wasn't me. What was it? It was over here. Some shit over here. I'm good. It's fine. So, people with these guys tend to freak out, especially when they bite. The shit hurts. Their teeth are extremely sharp. They're long, and they go in like a knife in hot butter. The problem with it is usually it's just a warning bite, and if you pull away from it, hi Mama. If you pull away from it, you'll end up getting a giant laceration, where if you kind of let it happen, they'll just kind of tag you as a warning and keep moving. And she's not doing it, again, because she's aggressive. She's doing it because she's protecting her nesting spot. And I just want to fix it. Ta-da! I'm just trying to fix your box, dog. I mean, I'll leave it like that if you want. Can I put his up there? See, the funny part too is that she won't even let him up by the box. Once she gets into mommy mode, she pretty much says fuck everybody, and that's it. Mama, come on, come on, come here, come on, let's go, let's go, come on, come, come, come on, come on, come on. So you see she doesn't do anything, but now you're gonna prove me wrong. Here. You done? Can I pet you? You gonna let me pet you? Here. Don't start the shit, man. Come here. No, you don't get none now. You don't get none. Only you. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and try and fix this box. Bianca, you want to try and get them to that side so I can at least shift the box over onto the heat?
Yeah. You want them on this side?
Yeah, at least if you can get her. Him I don't care about. I want her box on the heat thing.
Hi, Mama.
Go bother her.
Come here.
Look, it's a cat. Is that her?
Looky, looky, looky. Yeah, she's up here.
That's her?
Yeah.
Go get her. Go get her. Go get her.
How you doing? Justin, watch out. Ooh. Hi.
I didn't touch shit. I didn't move it. It was like that when I found it. She's a good mommy though. Well, unfortunately for Big Homie here, you gonna be cold tonight, son. She ain't gonna let you up there. I'm gonna try and put the box up there, bud. I'm gonna try. So we just use a crate with a blanket. It's on top of the heater. It'll keep them all heated up.
Hi, Mama. Hi, Mama.
Dummy.
Justin.
And we'll see if that makes it. Doubtful. She's probably gonna knock that thing over tonight. Really get the fuck out of here. It's my shit. Is that her?
No, she's right there.
You her? You are her. With that face. Stop. Stop it. Stop it. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. See, she's not mean. You just got babies. So it's basically hormones. It's an overload of hormones. So it's a mixture of instinct and the nature that they have in them. It's still a wild animal. And even though that we've raised them, stop it, there is always that potential that the hormones take over. So even with him, and he's my boy, I can pretty much do whatever I want with him. When those babies come out, he can't fight it. So he'll come over here and he'll beat me up. And then right after that, he'll look at me funny. Like, I don't know, bro. I don't know. I'm trying. I think I'm supposed to kill you, but I don't want to. But my brain's telling me to. So it's all instinct. So we just kind of deal with them on their level. And I try to ignore the biting and all that stuff. That way I don't have to go to the hospital with any deep lacerations or anything, because they can fucking open you up like nobody's business. It's not even funny. Their teeth are huge. Like I said, they go in like butter. And you could be extremely dangerous if you want to, right? So I try to ignore it and just keep moving. That way I can keep the relationship with them, because I know it's just for a short amount of time. Right? All right. So we're gonna keep you updated on these guys. We'll keep you updated on Mom here, especially when the babies come out, and pretty soon we'll do a whole tour. Why don't you give a roundabout and show the facility a bit. That's duty, Mama. You don't want that. It's not duty. Duty. Cue Star Wars theme. Dun, dun, dun. So we're gonna hit you guys with a bunch of episodes over here, because they have so much cool stuff. It's not even funny. And like I said, their setups are pretty much bar none here in South Florida. And guess what? You can visit them. You can do encounters. You can contact them. We're gonna put the links below in this video as well for their website and Instagram. So go check those guys out and stay tuned. We'll keep you, like I said, informed with Mom over here. Soon we'll be moving these guys back home, but we will do an actual video with Krista Barker, Bianca, and Brian. And maybe we'll make Tim do it too. Boom. All right, dudes, dudettes. So you guys saw Maui and Moana. This is another day, because we forget everything. They're still doing good. She's getting old chunkies. And then you see Tim's already got half this enclosure up because he never stops working. But let's show you guys the other homies real quick before we end this episode. We're gonna begin to find who's who. But Krista's got a whole troop of squirrel monkeys. All of this is interconnecting. So if she has any issues, if anybody's fighting or anything like that, she can lock people out. She can open everything so that they can all see each other. And then she can separate. What you guys doing? You gonna pee on me? All right, so we can go see my one girl. Where you at, Mama? That's not you. All right, I'll be able to figure it out, I promise.
That one.
Hey, Mama. Hey, little girl. Little girl. Which one of you is my kid? It's you. It's you. Mama, hey. What you doing? No, that's not it either. You got a fat face. Is this all the Bolivians?
Yeah, that is her.
I knew that. I'm so sorry. All right, so you see two different types. These are all squirrel monkeys. So you have the black tops, and then you have these guys over here without the black heads. And that's the common, and then you have the Bolivians here with the little black caps. The Bolivians tend to be a little bit sweeter. The commons tend to be a lot like assholes. and I'm not gonna go in there because if I go in the cage with them, especially with a bunch that I didn't raise, chances are that I'm not gonna make it out alive. I'm kidding, I'll make it out alive. But surprisingly enough, what most people don't know is that these squirrel monkeys, as cute and fuzzy and small as they look, have actually caused more damage when I was at the park than any other animal I had. So I have alligators, we got the lemurs, we had the macaques, we had all kinds of stuff over there, very dangerous animals, and these guys sent more people to the hospital than any other animal that I had on property because you guys are so sweet. But what people don't know is they have these big old teeth, way big for the size that they should be. Hey, what you getting angry about? Hey, here. So they have bigger teeth than you would actually think, and when they bite, and then they'll twist and pull, so you get these little pieces of meat that come out. That's why my knuckle looks so damn big. That's actually a squirrel monkey bite, and then there's an alligator bite right next to it where I'm missing the whole thing. Then there's lemur, but let's not get into the bites right now. Anyway, moving on. We got the squirrel monkeys. I don't even know which ones the boys are. I'm gonna be honest, they all look alike. Damn, that sounds bad to say, but they're all doing well. Now they have a huge troop. We always keep primates with pairs or multiples because they need their own social structure. We can't spend 24 hours a day with them. Anybody that says they can is a crock of shit. There are very few people out there that keep them as pets, and you could do that if you could spend the time with them. But since we're in the situation that we're in, and Krista and Brian behind the camera and Bianca behind him, we all do the same stuff where we'll have some animals that maybe we'll raise for interactions or for education, but generally speaking, with all the primates, we try to make sure they have companionship within their own social structure. So they're not just being raised with us, but they're also raised with a whole shit ton of their own kind. And it keeps the mental state for these primates in a much, let's just say, it's just a better quality of life all the way around. What are you doing, Mama? There you are. Yes, big girl. Yes, I miss you too. Yes. And the Bolivians, for whatever reason, do tend to have a sweeter disposition than Dick-Face McGillicuddy up here. I didn't mean that, but I'm just kidding. Right, I wasn't wrong though. I wasn't wrong. See those teeth in there, bro? Oh my goodness, little vampire. Look at your little vampire teeth. Put that thing away. Put that thing away. I'm sorry, but listen. Put your goddamn cock away. All right. Moving on, we're gonna go see the last of the little buddies, and I don't want to get too into it. I'm actually gonna make Brian cut real quick because we're gonna do a whole tour of Treetop Exotics as a whole with Krista and Bianca and go through their stuff because this is their stuff and I kind of want to show you with them. So we're gonna cut it right here and then we'll show you the tamarins and then we're done. Out. Boom.
But what he doesn't know is I'm continuing to film.
Alright, so we're on the other side of Treetop Exotics over here. Chris is in the back. We're not going to see her yet. She's not camera ready, so we're going to be doing an episode with her later on, like I said. But we got the homies back here. Little Cotton Top Tamarin. Where'd you guys go? You guys were just out. She's over here peeking her head out. And Homeboy's going to probably go in there too. So they got their nesting box in there. Those are heated boxes. And the cages are set up to basically be easily cleaned. She's doing that right now. So it's a big sweep clean. They rake out from underneath whatever food gets dropped, and then an easy spray makes it super easy, and it's plenty of space for these guys. And like I said, everybody's in pairs and multiples. So I'm super happy to have these guys over here. These guys are actually gonna stay with Krista. The squirrel monkeys are going to stay with Krista. And the lemur's going to be coming home with me as soon as they have their babies, and then we're going to bring the macaques home. But as far as the squirrel monkeys, I like them better in the troop that they're in, just because there's so many. And then for the Cotton Top Tamarins, they just have a little bit more space than they did at the wildlife park, and they're happy, they're healthy here. There's really no reason for me to be moving them back and forth and back and forth. So we're going to take the odds and ends that are extremely special to me and a little bit more difficult because they need the cage space, but they did build a lot of these because they got a bunch of rescued tamarins, marmosets, Geoffrey's marmosets, red hand tamarins, Cotton Top Tamarins from a big huge rescue thing. We're not going to talk about it. We talked about it a minute ago. We're not going to talk about the whole rescue thing, but she rescued probably what, 50, 60, 70?
Yeah, around there.
Yeah, like 50, 60 monkeys. Yeah, rescued 50 or 60 monkeys. We said that correctly. Absolutely. So we're going to show you that in further episodes. Stay tuned. Treetop Exotics coming up next. Thank you guys for hanging out.